We all know this one, right? People do business with those they like, know and trust. Absolutely, right? Well, I agree with that, but I think we're missing one aspect to that. And that aspect is respect. Okay? So what I believe, and you don't have to believe what I believe, but this is my belief, is that people want to deal and do business with people that they respect. This trust and respect is the highest on the ladder. So think about it. If you need eye surgery, knee surgery, something like that, you want the best possible surgeon, right? Wouldn't you? Yeah. From that side? Yeah? Okay. So when you think about it, you're more concerned about their skills, their track record. These are all signs of respect. You want to know how good they are. You actually don't really care in one sense if you like them, right? The guy could be a pain in the ass if it's a surgeon or something. He could be anal, he could be arrogant, he could be whatever, right? What you want to know is, are you getting the best person possible? And what's funny is when you can get to that level of respect, you'll notice people will wait 3 months, 6 months, 8 months to see an expert. It's not just a doctor expert. If you want to know the true experts that have respect, they can book out 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks in their calendar before you can have a set time or set appointment with them. That's really what you're trying to do, is actually get to the point where you can get to the point of respect. Because at that point, you really have, power or influence at that level. Now, I want to just tie in a story of how I still use this at times is, once you gain respect, you got to keep respect. Have you ever noticed that? It's just like with trust. When you got trust, you got to actually keep the trust all the time. So you got to keep reaffirming with your clients that you're trustworthy. So a lot of what I've done in the past, or still do at times, is I help fill events for different speakers and everything across Canada. And 3 or 4 years ago, I had one of my best clients at the time, come to me and say, look, I want to use Facebook to fill my events. Now, remember, this is 4 years ago. So Facebook was new, didn't have all the new features and everything else that was going on from that way. And I was honest with my client. I said, look, I'm not an expert in Facebook. I'm not a social media expert. I said, I'm not. Then he said, okay, it's fine. So I said, so I don't know if I can help you there. But see, what I did is I took and said, but let me see what I can do for you. I will go talk to some other people I know in my network that fills events, and let me see if I can find you an expert or find out what's working or what's not working. So I reached out into my network, and I knew someone that I knew had said, yeah, we're doing some Facebook advertising. This guy, yeah, it's kind of working or not. So I reached out and I talked to him, and I wanted to get the facts from him. This is what he told me. He said, well, yeah, we've been using it for like 6 months or so. About 10% of our people come from Facebook. I said, okay, 10%, so you're not going to be able to fill an event on Facebook alone. I said, yeah, that's right, you can't from that way. But then he told me 2 more important facts, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. He said, everybody thought getting clients from Facebook would be cheap. He said, it's actually costing us 3 times more than our other marketing methods. I said, wow, that's something else to know. And he said, right now, they're just not the same quality what we're used to. They don't show up on time, they show up late, they miss stuff and everything else. They're just not the same quality clients. I said, okay, that's great. So out of respect for my client, I went back to him with this information. I said, look, okay, I've done some research. I talked to this guy. He's doing it with these events. I told him the pieces and everything else. He says, yeah, I heard the same. I'm not going to use Facebook. So I don't really know at that time if that was just a test to see if I was still had the respect to be honest or clear with them and not be all things to them. That's one thing I learned in life and business. Even though I work in marketing or filling events, I'm the first one to say that I'm only an expert or very specialized in certain areas of even event marketing, which is a subset of the general marketing. If you want to have respect, you got to be very specialized and you got to be honest about your specialization. If you notice, surgeons are natural for that, right? They're just built in. You're a brain surgeon, that's all you are. You're not a brain and heart surgeon. You just do brains. And you may only do a certain type of brain surgery, which we don't even know about because it hasn't shown up for us from that way. So what I find, if you want to get respect and keep that respect, you got to be very specific and focused and niched in that area. And then be honest with the client, but try to deliver them extra value. That's what I try to do. I said, okay, I don't have the answer for this. Let me see if I had found someone else that's good, I would have just referred to him and said, hey, you know what? This guy is way better to help you fill your events with Facebook. If that's what you want to do, I understand. Go for it. I hope it works out for the best. I was thinking for the best use of my client from that way. So by helping that client, by giving that, has strengthened my respect with them.